Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving straight into what is honestly a historic pivot in the world of retail trading. For years, individual investors have been pretty much trapped in this exhausting cycle, dealing with fragmented information, emotional trading, and just endless hype. But we are officially looking at the end of the hope and scroll era. Today, we're exploring TradeWell Research. This isn't just another finance app. We're talking about a platform that delivers institutional-grade stock rankings and quant scores, entirely powered by this incredibly advanced ensemble of AI models. It's all about disciplined, systematic decision support for investors who want hard data, not social media static. I mean, think about the painfully frustrating workflow most self-directed investors are stuck with right now. The old way is just draining. You're bouncing between a dozen fragmented tabs, you're checking raw fundamentals on one site, staring at static charts on another, and frankly, relying on hopeful, emotional trades based on Reddit tips or breaking news. The new way, the TradeWell way, is built on disciplined ranking and institutional-grade data. It's about pulling a crystal clear signal out of all that deafening static and perfectly organizing your market ideas before you ever make a move. Okay, let's dive into this because this right here is the fundamental question TradeWell is asking. What if you didn't have to be a Wall Street quant to have access to advanced ensemble AI models? What if you had the exact same predictive firepower of an elite trading desk right there in your pocket working for you every single day? To really grasp how they pull this off, we need to define what TradeWell actually is. They call it a pre-trade intelligence layer. And notice what it isn't, right? It's not a mainstream brokerage. Mainstream brokerages are almost entirely focused on the friction of execution. They just want you to click buy or sell. TradeWell, on the other hand, owns the intelligence that dictates the move. It's this centralized, AI-driven research environment that you consult first. It structures global market signals into highly actionable conviction scores long before you ever risk a single dime of your capital. In practice, this intelligence layer totally strips away the friction. Instead of staring at some clunky, anxiety-inducing spreadsheet, millions of complex back-end data points are distilled down into this incredibly clean, focused, dark mode workspace. Your raw revenue, net income, forward estimates, and immediate sector pairs, they're all translated instantly. It essentially separates the signal from the static, stripping away all that research anxiety and just leaving you with pure, structured intelligence. Section 1. Anatomy of the Quant Score. It all starts with this massive number. We're talking about advanced ensemble AI models that systematically process over 100 distinct mathematical signals for every single stock. And they aren't just taking wild guesses here. They are rigorously validating these signals against 5 years of back-tested market history. These ensemble models are analyzing an absolute massive confluence of inputs. We are talking quantitative metrics, technicals like MACD and RSI, fundamentals like PE ratios and profit margins, right alongside market sentiment, news and earnings context, money flow, and sector momentum. I mean, just think about how long it would take you to manually check all of those categories for just one stock. TradeWell's proprietary models, which include heavy hitters like XGBoost, Light GBM, and Deep MLP regressors, do all of that heavy lifting instantly, so you absolutely don't have to. Now, what's really fascinating here is the specific AI architecture they're using, known as learning to rank. See, most prediction tools try to guess absolute price targets, which, let's be honest, often drift wildly because of random macroeconomic factors. But TradeWell uses formulations like lambda rank and listnet that optimize entirely for list-wise ranking metrics, specifically something called NDCG at 10. In plain English, this guarantees that your top stock picks remain accurate relative to the rest of the market index. It's strictly looking for the correct relative performance order, which is an incredibly robust way to actually find those high-conviction setups. So, the absolutely crucial point is this. All of those 100-plus signals, all of that historical backtesting, and all of those advanced learning-to-rank AI formulations, they all funnel their intelligence down into a single pristine number, the TradeWell score. It is a definitive 0 to 100 composite research conviction rank that you can read and understand in literally a second. Section 2. Precision and horizons. Now, the platform Brilliant adapts to your specific goals across 2 main filters. First, you've got 8 different time horizons, because obviously a day trader scanning for one-day momentum is going to use the data entirely differently than a macro investor rotating into a 1-year healthcare hold, right? Second, it covers 12 canonical sectors: technology, financials, healthcare, you name it. So you can filter that 0 to 100 score by your exact trading style and the specific industry you want to target. And because of those overlapping filters, the platform is continuously refreshing 136 distinct model and horizon cells right at the market open. Think about that for a second. It ensures that no matter what your personal strategy is, the AI is constantly surfacing high-conviction setups tailored exactly to you.
And this all builds into real-world validation through highly documented simulated returns. For example, look at MRAM. When it was top-ranked for a one-month horizon, it showed a massive simulated return of over 200%. Or ALAB, capturing a 30% surge over just a one-week horizon. IPWR, grabbing nearly 30% in a single day. It absolutely proves the impact of matching the right AI model to your exact holding horizon. This isn't just theory, folks. It is simulated performance validation at its best.
Section 3. Elite Desk Firepower and Transparency. Now, a core philosophy of the platform is what they call Model Lab Transparency. Basically, for elite users, TradeWell provides full, crystal-clear visibility into the exact data driving every single score. No black boxes here. If a stock is ranked bullish, you don't just have to blindly take the AI's word for it. You can literally look under the hood and see exactly which fundamental, technical, or sentiment signals triggered that score. You get to understand the why before you ever risk a single dollar. And hey, if you still have questions, TradeWell actually provides an integrated on-demand quantitative analyst called the JT AI Assistant. This thing is a game changer designed to clear up any remaining blind spots. You can ask it to instantly summarize a ridiculously dense earnings transcript, pinpoint recent market catalysts, review analyst price targets, or even break down a specific technical setup, and it delivers it all in plain English answers. It is literally like having a veteran equity analyst sitting right next to you on the couch. Now, quick but important reminder straight from the source material. TradeWell is strictly a pre-trade research layer. These are purely informational tools. They do not execute real money trades for you, and they don't provide personalized financial advice. And as always, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. TradeWell arms you with incredible institutional-grade intelligence, but you, the self-directed investor, always retain total control and absolute responsibility over your actual execution. So that brings us to a pretty crucial question. Take a hard look at your current trading habits. Are you still just bouncing between tabs, reading completely conflicting news articles, and just crossing your fingers when you hit buy? Are you ready to finally leave that noise behind, stop guessing, and start ranking?
Because the core manifesto here is simple. Research smarter, trade well. By merging market, technical, and fundamental signals into one definitive, single source of truth, this AI research layer arms the individual investor with the predictive firepower of an elite trading desk. The hope and scroll era is officially over. So the only question left is, what will you uncover when you finally let the data do the talking? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.